My dear student, today I am going to discuss about that class 7C, the chapter 3rd, that computer virus. So that chapter 3, computer virus, we start the discussion today. So here's that starting phase, that conversation between that two person, that Jim and Jenny. So Jim is asking to Jenny, have you ever been affected with a virus? Jenny replied, no Jim, I never got infected with any virus. Jim saying, Jenny, you have ever had a common cold? Jenny saying, yes, number of times, almost every winter I suffer from the common cold. Then Jim saying, then you have been infected with a virus. Common cold happens because of virus. There are different types of viruses that infect human body. Jenny, oh really? Thanks Jim. I did not know that common cold happens to us because of virus. I always thought it was because of cold weather. Jim saying, Jenny, you may be really surprised to know that even computers get infected with viruses. Jenny, Jim, please don't joke. How can the same virus that infects human beings infect computers also? Jim, you are right. It is not the same virus, but nevertheless it is a virus that infects computer as well. Come, I will tell you. But here, my dear, Sanjeev sir will tell you why computer virus is different from human virus. So, biological virus. Now we understand what is the computer virus at first. Malicious computer programs are called the computer virus. These programs, we know that disturbing the jobs, destroying the data, deleting the hard disk, choking networks, sending endless emails and hogging computer resources like computer processor time. These type of program that destroy the data, that affect that computer's normal work, that is not that good program, that is known as destructive program, that is known as virus. So you understand here the difference between biological virus and computer virus. Biological virus infects the people, computer virus infects the computers. Biological virus transmits from person to person and computer virus transmits from computer to computer. Biological virus, in this, it is not active on its own. It needs a living beings to become active and multiply. Computer virus also, it is not active on its own. It needs another active program to get activated. That means virus always works when computer is on, when any program is working, when any software, any program is working in a memory. That in that situation only computer virus can work. So if your computer is switched off, in that way computer will not affect with the virus. Computer virus will be active when your program, when your computer is on and active program is working there. So need a medium to get transmitted like air, water, physical contact, etc. That means biological virus can be spreaded or transmitted with the help of that air, water or physical contact. In a computer virus needs a medium to get transmitted like a CD, nowadays pen drive, we are usually using internet, network, these all things are important. Now we go for that computer virus programs. So computer virus are of two types, executable virus and you see here that executable virus, and next is that boot sector viruses. So two types of viruses are there. So computer virus programs are two types, executable virus and boot sector viruses. Now we move for that. Next, we understand what is that computer executable virus. We understand one by one. So it is a small piece of software that attaches itself or writes on the actual program. So that means which type of virus is this? A small piece of software that attaches itself automatically and writes on the actual program, whatever program is working on that. So virus is designed to run before the actual program runs. That means virus will be active, but when actual program will work, at that time it will be infected. So first the virus loads into the memory, that means virus program will be loaded into the computer memory. Then it finds the other executable program and infects them by modifying our executable program code. So after that it will start to affect the executable programs, other programs, and it will get infected. So the spreading part is called the infection phase of the virus, and unfortunately the most viruses have destructive attack phase in which actually the cause damage to computer. Now we understand the boot sector viruses. So boot sector viruses is that tiny program that affects, that is the first program to run when the computer boots or loads the rest of the operating system. That means viruses that attach themselves to the boot sector program are called the boot sector viruses. Such a virus remains active in the memory till the computer runs. So you understand, when our computer starts, that we know that booting. So in booting, that what's happening actually, that operating system, all supporting files and system files, all the things are loaded into the computer memory at first. During that phase, during that process, the boot sector virus affects, and boot sector virus gets the area in that area of that operating system program or boot sector section. After that, when you will start your computer all the time, so it will start to spread themselves. Okay, so such virus active when computer memory till the virus computer runs. That means when your computer is working, booting and working, at that time it will be start to active and spread. So it's commonly spreaded with the help of bootable things. That means we are using that bootable pen drive, bootable floppy disk. So floppy disk nowadays we are not using, but nowadays we are using bootable pen drives. So bootable pen drives, when you will start that computer with the bootable pen drives, if bootable pen drives already infected, so that computer will be also infected. When we start or boot any computer at online, we install some software and we start our computer again, restart. So that time also boot sector viruses can be infected. Okay, so nowadays bootable floppy is not available, not CD. So we are not affected with that boot sector viruses from the CD, only the floppy or pen drives. So now we discuss about that next phase, that is virus symptoms. What are the common features of that? What is the common effect on the computer? How can we understand our computer is having that computer virus? Our computer is infected with the virus. What is the nature and what is the behavior of the computer that will change if it is having infected with the computer virus? First is that computer slows down without any reason. Your computer will be slow working. So you start to work slow, that means you understand. So this is the one cause of the virus. Due to virus it will happen. Next is that computer system has a less available memory than it should have. So if your computer is having 2 GB RAM and it's showing that less memory and very few memory space for your working or active program, that means that virus is infected and spreaded in that memory, and it is due to virus. Unknown files may be created. Whatever file you have not created, all that other extra files will be and folders will be created unknowingly. That means you are not knowing, and all that files will be spreaded. This is due to the computer virus also. Some files are shown missing. Whatever file you are using that regularly and in your hard disk, that file is available, but suddenly you will see that file is not available at that place. That file will be unavailable at that place, that is missing the file. This is also the one cause of that virus. Some files may be corrupted. So already previously we have used and that file was working, suddenly that file saying that this is corrupted, it is not working. That means that file is corrupted. So file corruption is also the cause of that computer virus. Computer gets restarted in unusual way. That means you are working in the computer and suddenly it says that you have to restart the computer. Due to computer virus also, infected virus also. Some important files suddenly stop working. So some program is working, we are using regularly, but suddenly that program is not working in the computer. So this is also the one cause of computer virus. some messages it starts displaying on the screen. Unusual dialog box will appear. So recycle bin is full, you have to print this command, so this is unable to send the mail. That means different types of messages or alert will come in your screen. That means this is also one cause of computer viruses. The drive name change on its own. That means your drive name will be also changed automatically due to viruses. Access to the hard drive becomes difficult. So when you are managing the files, when you want to open any particular portion of the hard disk, that is not easier, so it is also difficult due to viruses. Now we understand harmful effects of the viruses. What will be the harmful effect? If our hard disk gets formatted due to the virus attack, we will lose our data. So if hard disk all files will be deleted, all hard disk portion will be formatted, that means our data will be lost. This is the big trouble. If the bank where our parents save their money is infected and it lost all its data, think of the kind of the loss of the bank and its customers will suffer. Yes, really it's a very big problem for the bank if due to virus all the data will be removed from the computer. So whatever transaction has done by the customer or bank employees, so that all will be erased, and where it will be recorded, if it will erased, so it will be difficulty for the customers and bank also. If railways or airline reservation computer lost their data, the kind of havoc and loss it will create an unimaginable. So really, when a reservation we are doing that with the railway or airlines reservation we do with the help of computer, and that due to viruses that will be infected, so what will be the loss for the railway or airlines, that we understand. So it will be no record of the employees, so no record of the passengers, who is going from which flight or which train at which time, and what is the fee, what is the cost, and what is that number of passengers. So that means that was a big trouble. Suddenly it will come to the organization. In case of virus attack, important or confidential data can be accessed by others. Virus attack is very big trouble because our confidential data will be shared with the third party and other can access easily. That is not good for our data security. Computer can be hijacked to display more advertisements to make money. So when your computer will be infected, you will get that advertisement to make money, to get that share, to get that you are lottery, you have got that this much amount in lottery. These are type of ad you will get suddenly. This is big trouble because this is fake. This is not a reality. That is fake news, and that is fake for you that is coming. So now we go for the next antivirus. That is virus is one is that virus and another is that antivirus. Antivirus stops the virus, and we can use the antivirus program which performs the following functions to remove malware infections from the individual computer system. It prevents, that means it stops the viruses, search for that means if it is infected, which type of viruses are there and where it is available, that it will be search, detect and redeem it. That means it will remove also, it will repair also, it will quarantine also that all the viruses that is available in your computer system. Now that we understand, so computer without antivirus software is infected within a minute of the connections with the internet. So that's why when we are not having internet antivirus software, so we should not get connections with the computer or internet, so that our computer will be protected. But if we use from that outside pen drives and from the other computers data we share, so that we have to be active on that. Now first is that scan the file and folders for any malware present. We can either schedule our computer scanning to automatic or initiate scanning of our files and folders at any point of time. Removes the malicious code detected in a computer. It also shows security status of the computer. These all are the features of the antivirus. That means these are all the performance of the antivirus. Now We understand that how many types of commonly used antivirus softwares. First is that Total AV. So second is that ScanGuard, sorry, and third is that PC Protect. Next is that Norton. Next is that Kaspersky. Next is that McAfee. Next is that AVG. These all are that different antivirus softwares that we use in our computer. Now we move for that preventions is better than cure. What is that heading? So we have to get the preventions. First is that the Unix operating system, we have to go for that type of operating system which helps to be active with the virus attack, which prones to virus attack, which prevents our computer system to get infections with the viruses. Okay. Second is that we should not open or execute the email attachment if we are not knowing from where we are getting that email. So that we have to take care, and we have to avoid the registering that unnecessary sites. That means we have to not log in, or we have to not to register ourselves in other websites we are not knowing. So it is good to buy the antivirus protection software. That will be helpful. Do not run the macro unless sure that task they perform. Some macros are there, that means trigger type of software, small software which works with the different commands and do the particular task we can use. So but if we are not knowing that, we should not use the macro, and we should scan the pen drive or CD if we are copying the data in our computer. Now updating the antivirus. How can we update our antivirus software? So install antivirus care of all the virus threats and attacks. So we need to update our antivirus software time to time. So reasons why we update are so important, so that we understand new threats are emerging every day. So new threats or new viruses are creating every day. So that's why we need to update our antivirus also. So next is that keeping our valuable information safe and secure from the virus attack. And we can update the antivirus by enabling the auto updates options, or by manually updating that antivirus software. We can do that. Now we move for the next topic. But my dear students, I hope that you are understanding and you understood something about the computer virus and types of the computer virus, and what is the performance of the antivirus, and how can we are aware with that. Now we are aware with that computer virus, and we have to be active and prevent and protect our data. Now malware. So it is also the software that get installed and perform the unwanted tasks. So it gathers the information from our computer and it passes to the third party without our information, without our knowledge. So this type of malware so working. That first is that email virus. It is a piggyback email messages that we usually replicates sending itself automatically to the people in a email address book. So an email virus sends itself via email to the other people listed in the address book of the infected computer. This is not good. Militia and I love you are the virus that affects too much in a computer email systems. So Microsoft company one time that affected with that these two viruses that switched off all the email systems, and after completing that, after removing that virus, then again it started. So now next we move for the worm. So what is that worm? That we understand, this is the ability to copy the itself from one machine to another. That worm having that capability to copy itself from one computer to another computer. So worm looks a computer on a network that have a specific security gap. So when security gap is there, that worm will be infected. So my doom worm, so that is infected more than 250,000 computers in a single day. So SQL Server Slammer worm, that also security gap in Microsoft SQL Server software, and it generates unimaginable amount of network traffic and thus completely choking it. Next is also Code Red worm, that is also another example of that clogged internet in 2001. Now spyware. Spyware is that gathering information, whatever site we visit, whatever browser that we are using, whatever IP address of our computer, these all things, after scanning, after getting that spyware transmits to the third party without our knowledge. So this is also not good. Okay, so Cool Web Search, FinSpy, Hunt Bar, these all are that spyware. Now we move for that Trojan horse. So it is also that very simple computer program, but it is you can think that about that it will do better, do another type of task that without your information. It may look like a game that you will run and you will work on that game, and when you will start, that computer will infect it and damage it. It can format the hard disk also, and it replicates automatically, not, but when you will open the game and you will play, then it will active. That means particular program, when you will open, that program is infected, then Trojan horse will be active and working very destructive. So Bifrost Trojan or NetBuzz, that is also Trojan horse. Sweeper, so it is also that you understand that installed in a computer, and it creates a variety of files over the computer, that you will get that more files automatically it is created. Okay, so that is all malware. Now we understand who creates such a program, that means computer viruses. Computer virus code, that means software code that is created by the software professionals, that who is programmer, that is IT programs, writes a malicious code, that means that is only the few who have miscellaneous, that means you can say destructive thought, and that feeling good to trouble the others. Those all type of people, that is that type of programmer that wants to disturb to others, they are creating this type of programs. Okay, so that means sometime you can say that unhappy people that creates destructive codes, and that some people that they are getting thrill out of the disturbing others. You can say that they are getting as a challenge, that for the best programmer, that I will write a best program, I will crack that, and I will just destroy this program, I will find out that this type of thinking, those are people having, and those are having that computer professionals, that they are doing these all type of works. Now thank you, my dear. So I hope that you have understood these all things, and if you have any doubt, you can write, and I have given that question answer exercise solutions also separately to Campus Care. So thank you, my dear students. Thank you for this video tutorial. I hope you have enhanced your knowledge about that computer viruses, and you got that some knowledge. Thank you.